Bad news for those of you who have a Chromebook. Hello, what's up, and welcome everyone. My name is Miss Quinn, and sadly, yes, if you're a gamer and you happen to own a Chromebook, then I am very, very sorry. You see, it's normal for certain softwares to no longer work on specific hardwares. Now, this is because the Google Chromebook, as we all know, isn't known for having the most powerful specs that there is. I mean, yes, there is such a thing as a gaming Chromebook, which I literally just found out today, but even that doesn't really qualify for most of the games that Steam has. Now, we all know that Steam holds well over 90,000 games, and of course, I'm counting the games that have mixed and an overwhelmingly negative reviews. Just because it's a negative review doesn't mean I'm not going to count it as a game. However, we all know that there are so many gems in Steam just waiting to be discovered. Now, Chromebooks are typically the most affordable of laptops in my opinion, and honestly, not at all built for the type of games that the majority of Steam has. But again, it is the most affordable one if you want to go for an affordable laptop that you're not really going to do much on besides writing, homework, and stuff like that. Yes, get yourself a Chromebook. From what I see, it really helps out my cousins, because obviously my cousins are still in school, but it's not going to really, help them when it comes to gaming. I mean, the fact that they could only play 99 of the games that Steam has, it's not that great. However, I'm not going to act like my PC is the best thing that there is when I don't even know if I can play Cyberpunk 77 on it. No. And you're probably wondering, is Quinn lying about the amount of games that are available? And I wish I was, but they have a full-blown list, and some of the titles among this list are Celeste, Don't Starve, Among Us, Graveyard Keeper, Hollow Knight, and Life is Strange 2, to name a few. And if you're gonna play Life is Strange 2 and not play Life is Strange 1 or Before the Storm, just no. Hot take, but I really didn't like Life is Strange 2. I know. Some people do really love it. I personally don't. Like I said, I haven't played Hollow Knight, but I assume it's really freaking fantastic considering that a lot of people can't get enough of it, and it looks damn right gorgeous. Don't Starve is a really great game as well. Graveyard Keeper I have played so many times, but I play it obviously on my PlayStation Portal, and it is a very good game. If you want a full list of the games that are available, I will be leaving them in the description down below if I can put them down. In my opinion, it makes complete sense that many games will not be able to be played on the Chromebook because so many games need more power. And by power, you guys know I mean the specs. The minimum hardware requirements is at least an Intel i3 or Ryzen 3, I hope it's Ryzen 3 that I'm pronouncing CPU, 8 gigabytes of RAM or more, and 128 gigabytes of storage or more. Although, of course, there is only a select, few Chromebooks that have all these specs, since, of course, they all have different hardware capabilities, which I completely understand. It's like the PC that I have now versus the PC that I had whenever I first came back onto YouTube. I couldn't even run Stardew Valley and stream it at the same time, let alone lurk on somebody's stream so I can support them and still watch their stream while I also stream. That was completely off the table. Heck, keep in mind that I couldn't even record gameplay and watch streams at the same time, which is why I have to sadly play Assassin's Creed 2 all over again because none of my footage is usable. I played it, took notes as I played it, and guess what? When I went back to edit everything for a video, I realized, hey, none of the footage is usable. I had a completely potato PC. I couldn't even run Power World, and Power World had really, basic specs. So yeah, I don't really blame, whenever they go like, hey, you can't play certain games on the Chromebook, because you don't have the hardware capabilities to. What's so sad about this is that let's say that a Chromebook user has bought and downloaded, right, 8 out of the 99 games that they're going to be able to play, right? Well, those games, as soon as the clock hits midnight on this new year, it's going to be automatically removed. Steam is no longer going to be available on your Chromebook. Essentially, the money that you've spent on those games are going to be gone. And I know that this is something that unfortunately Ubisoft has said we need to get used to not owning your games, and we automatically kind of know this when purchasing games online via Steam or the Epic Game Store. And at the same time, it's something that should have been expected because this has been a beta version. Steam on the Chromebooks was the beta version. It was never actually solidified that it was going to stay there like forever type of way. So all the money that, like I said, you spent on those games, all the time that you spent on those games, because trust me, I could easily sink in, and I have sunk in hours into Graveyard Keeper and hours into Stardew Valley. I mean, just alone when I got my PS5 and I started playing Stardew Valley again, you know how it automatically resets the time that you spent on that game? Well, I've already spent 156 hours in Stardew Valley, okay? And that is not me counting the amount of time I spent on it on my PC. The only way you'll be able to get, your money's worth in the games that you spent is by obviously buying a different laptop, which laptops genuinely costs, if anything, I would say kind of like $1,000-ish. That, and if you get it on sale, I got mine on sale. It was like around $700, and I was able to pay it off bit by bit, which is the best part ever. But I understand that not many people have that, opportunity or luxury even to get, a certain laptop that's a certain amount of money and then pay it off bit by bit, because we're talking about people that more than likely are saving their money for more appropriate things, not just appropriate things, but for more important things. But at this point, if you really want to continue gaming and using your laptop, to game, then I do recommend you getting a new laptop before it actually completely goes away. Unless you want to wait longer in order for this to actually happen, which you have time. You have until December 31st in order to get yourself a new laptop if you want to do that. I know there will be people saying to just get yourself, just like a regular PC, but many people will not be able to spring that kind of money, and it's all right. A lot of people, rather save their money for something more important. Especially nowadays with everything getting much more expensive, especially technology being much more expensive than it was. It's just very unfortunate that many people will either have to see their games go and leave and not ever be able to play them again, or get yourself another gaming laptop. Now, I did a little bit of research, and you can get the Epic Games Launcher, so you can download it on your Chromebook, but you have to download other stuff, thus taking up more space on your Google Chromebook. So I only really see three options. I'm sorry to just let your games go at the end of the year. Get yourself another laptop if possible. Like I said, this is not mandatory at the end of the day. These are luxury items. Or get a regular PC, which honestly, a lot of times it is better than a laptop. I normally don't game on my laptop. The only type of gaming that I do on my laptop is Stardew Valley. I do love having a PC. It's more convenient for me because I use it for streaming, I use it for gaming, and I use it to edit videos and obviously record videos. You guys are seeing one of the videos that, that I myself have edited. And if you watch my good friend Try Rogue 95, I also edit their videos. My old PC wasn't able to handle a lot of that stuff for the simple fact that I bought it for the main purpose to be for writing. And as I owned that PC, I started to do much more things that I could no longer do on that PC. The hardware was not capable of having to handle so many things. And unfortunately, this is the thing when it comes to laptops. They have certain limitations, and that is it. Again, I don't know much about technology when it comes to the hardware aspects, but in my opinion, from what I've seen online, I feel that PCs are more capable than a gaming laptop. I think mine has an Intel core of i7. I don't know if that's good or not. I'm assuming that is. But I do hope for everyone that does own a Chromebook that they will be able to sell their Chromebook off so they can invest that money into a better laptop. Or I don't know. Or maybe, that could be pushed off to the side and you guys can focus on something else, until stuff gets situated. Or maybe, after the change happens and Steam leaves, you guys can start saving money towards a new laptop, something that can run a lot more of the games that you want it to run. I absolutely love video games. And obviously, I have a whole channel revolved around video games. And yes, I spent years not playing any video games. And when I got back into it, I was like, oh my God, there was like so many games that I have not played whatsoever. So now that I'm able to play it with either my PS5 or my PC, you better believe I'm going to play it because I've missed out on a lot of games. I don't know, games just make me happy. It relaxes me. And I assume the people that also play video games on the Chromebooks also do it for some sort of relaxation to, disconnect from the world and from what's happening around us. Anyway, guys, I'm so sorry. That will be it for me today. I don't know if you noticed, guys, but we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and it would mean the absolute world to me if you guys could subscribe to me or like this video or even just comment for some engagement. I don't know. It means a lot, and I really hope to hit 1,000 before the year ends. But that is just a goal. If that goal will be met or not, oh well. Keep in mind, I also started streaming back up on Twitch. I have streamed The Altars. I have streamed Nobody Wants to Die. And recently, yesterday, as of the time of recording this, I've even streamed the new Mafia game, The Old Country, which I later download the videos and edit and put them up on my second channel if you don't want to watch the full stream. I try to edit them as, compact and concise as I can. I take a stream that is like genuinely almost 3 hours to almost 4 hours to like roughly almost 2 hours or a little bit over 2 hours. So it really just depends on how many stuff I can cut up here and there. Anyway, guys, like I said, that will be it for me today. I have a lot of stuff I got to get to, and have a great, fantastic day. Bye-bye.